So we have learned how the unit circle works. We've built it. We have found points on the unit circle. We have used those points to find trig functions, knowing that the main thing we need to remember is that cosine kind of acts as my x and sine acts as my y. So that's the same as x comma y. And then the other one to remember is tangent is going to be y divided by x. Okay, now we're going to be finding angles on the unit circle today. So first, let's review again how to figure out which quadrant we land in. So on the unit circle, our radius is 1, so cosine is just our x. Less than 0 means is negative. Tangent is y divided by x. Less than 0 is negative. So if x is negative and y divided by x is negative, then y is positive. So let's think about our circle. X is negative, y is positive. That's down here. That would be quadrant 4. Cotangent is undefined. So tangent is y over x. Cotangent would be x over y. And cosine is less than 0. So x is negative. So if x divided by y is undefined, then y is 0, and x is negative. Okay, so y is 0, and x is negative. So y is 0, and x is negative. That's actually occurring at one point. That's occurring when the angle is pi. Now let's see if we can find an angle. So it's actually giving me what sine is. So that's what my y value is. And then it said cosine is less than 0, so x is negative. So I'm going to look on the unit circle for when x is negative, so that means I know I'm on this side, and the y value is 1/2. There it is. So the angle is 5 pi over 6. Cosine is negative square root of 2 over 2, so x is negative square root of 2 over 2, and tangent is greater than 0, so that means it's positive. X is negative, so that means y is also negative. So negative and negative, I know that's in this quadrant down here. And the x value is negative square root of 2 over 2, which only happens here. So my angle is 5 pi over 4. Let's try a few more. Tangent is 1. So y divided by x is 1. And cosecant, that's 1 divided by y, is negative. Well, that means y is negative. And if y divided by x is positive, that means x is negative. So I've got a negative and a negative, but how would I divide the y and the x and get a 1? Well, they'd have to be the same number, which only happens there. Secant is 2. Now, secant is 1 over x is 2. So that would mean x is 1/2. And sine is less than 0, so y is negative. So x is a positive number, y is negative. That puts us over here. And x is 1/2. So we're right there. Sine is 1. Okay, so sine is my y value. And they only give us that because there's only one spot that has a y value of 1. That's at pi over 2. Secant is undefined. Well, secant was 1 over x is undefined. That means x is 0. Sine is less than 0, so y is negative. So x is 0 and y is negative. That only happens here.